Hey, what's up guys? So today we're going to do something a little bit different. I have a couple of people that have requested me to show them or make a video on how I record the audio on my YouTube channel. Now, for some of you that are not very familiar with the cameras, the camera that I have doesn't have a microphone input, meaning that I have to record the audio through a different source. So basically I use a $20 lavalier mic, and I'm going to show you the whole workflow from start to finish. Let's go. Now, the first thing that you need is a good lavalier mic. The one that I got cost me about $20. I got it about 2 years ago and it's working really well. Now, the name of this company is called Maono, and I'll have a link in the description below if you guys want to go check it out. I picked it up from Amazon, and as I mentioned, it's been working great. The second thing you're gonna need is something to record the audio, and if you don't want to spend money, just use your cell phone. I usually use my Galaxy Note 8, the Galaxy Note 9, or the Galaxy Note 5. Any of those phones will be just fine. Any of the latest phones, if you have an iPhone, is gonna do a pretty good job. Now, if you have a budget phone, I did notice that if I use some of the budget phones, the sound quality is not going to be the same. For example, on the Galaxy Note 4, some of the CTE phones that I tried before, the quality may not be the same. So just keep that in mind. The third thing that you're going to need is a good app to record the audio. You're going to be able to find many apps that claim to be the best recording apps. Now, I tested out several ones and I basically been using the same one for a long time now. The name of the app that I use is HiQ MP3 Recording, and again, I'll have the information in the description below if you want to go check it out later. And I noticed that many other YouTubers have used the same app. This app, it's free. You can record up to 10 minutes. So just remember, the only catch on this is that on the free trial or the free version, you can record up to 10 minutes. You have to stop the recording or it will stop it for you, and then you have to start again. And the fourth thing that you're gonna need is an audio editor, and I use Audacity. If you're not familiar with it, just Google it, go to YouTube, it will show you how to install it. It's free. It's probably one of the best audio editors you can find that it's free, and it works just fine. Now that I got that out of the way, let me tell you a little bit of what I do before I start recording. As I'm standing right now, as you can see, first I make sure I find a good spot that I'm not gonna get a lot of echo. And if I have echo, like you can probably get some echo right now, but I'll try to cover the background. If I have like a blanket, if I have the lights, I try to get them closer just so it eliminates some of the echo. The next thing to keep in mind is that you wanna be in a quiet environment. For example, you don't want to make sure the refrigerator is turned off. You want to make sure the AC, the heater is off. You want to make sure that there's no environment noise outside. If you have an airplane going by, if you have a car driving by, just wait for it. And the most important thing is, and you got to keep this in mind, is you got to capture at least 5 seconds of the environment noise, which we're going to eliminate later when we edit the audio. And what I do is basically, I make sure there's absolutely no noise that I can control in the house, and I just hold my breath and I stay quiet for 5 to 10 seconds. Once you capture that 5 to 10 seconds of environment noise, this is going to be very important and very helpful later in the process. Next, before you start recording, you want to make sure you have the right settings in the app. And basically what I do when it comes to the type of audio that I'm going to record on, I'm just going to use the WAV format, uncompress it. And this is the most important factor. I keep it at -12 decibels. Now, if you leave it on auto or you leave it on 0, your audio is going to be distorted no matter what you do. So what happens is, if you leave it on auto and you're just talking normal, you know, the audio is going to be good, but the moment you speak a little bit louder or you make a sudden move and you get closer to the mic, you're going to have a high on the audio and the audio is going to be distorted, and there's nothing you can do during the editing process that's going to fix that, and your audio is just going to be messed up. So by doing -12 decibels, this is going to make sure that your audio is pretty steady and you're not going to have those high pitches that is going to make your audio sound bad. And later on in the process, we're going to increase the gain to make sure we bring it back to -6 decibels, and the audio is just going to be just fine. So now that we got that out of the way, now we're going to go ahead and go to the computer and we're going to move into the editing process. The next thing I got to do is just basically get the audio out of the phone and get it into the computer. Here I can just upload it to Dropbox or just program it to have it upload to Google Drive automatically as soon as I finish recording. In this case, we're going to use, again, it's called Audacity. And if you're not familiar with it, just Google it. There's a lot of YouTube videos that will show you how to install it, just the basics. You don't have to become a professional, just understand how it works and how it can be installed. So once we got the files in the computer, we're basically just going to grab them and we're going to import them into Audacity. So once we have the audio in the editor, the first thing we want to do is remember those 5 to 10 second samples that we got of the environment noise. So we're going to capture those 5 to 10 seconds. And if you have your headphones, just listen to it and make sure that all you hear is just a regular environment noise, like you don't get any random hitting noise or anything that stands out. It's not normal. Once you get that clear 5 to 10 seconds, what you're going to do is you're going to go to Effects. Under Effects, you're going to click on Noise Reduction. Under Noise Reduction, you're going to click on Get Noise Profile. And once you get the profile, then you're going to come back and select and do Control all, select all the audio. Once you have all the audio selected, you're gonna go back to effects, and then you're gonna click on noise reduction. And again, you're gonna click OK. And what it's gonna do is basically it's gonna go through all the audio, both of the audios, and it's gonna try to eliminate the environment noise from the sample that we gather. If you wanna know more about this, just Google it, go to YouTube. You're gonna be able to find more videos that will talk about exactly what I just went over, but they will go more in detail. I don't wanna drag this video into this. So if you go back and you listen to the sample, you shouldn't get that much environment noise, and you're gonna notice the difference on the sound quality. Now, very important now, what I do here is, remember we recorded on negative 12 decibels, so now we want to go back and we want to increase the audio, the gain. So what I do here, I usually go up to 6, and this has basically been working for me. We go back and do the same thing down here, and what this is going to do is this is going to bring it down to negative 6 decibels. And as you can see up here, you can see it's not getting past negative 6. Now if your audio gets past negative 6, this is what's going to cause the audio to get distorted, and then just the audio doesn't sound good. So then once we have the audio adjusted, what we do is we just select all, then we go to file, and then we're just going to export, and it's going to tell you where you exported them. Now I'm going to show you how you can integrate it into your video editor and how you can align it with the audio from the video. And keep it in mind, the concept is going to be the same. Your video editor may be a little bit different. I use Adobe Premiere Elements 15. We got our A-roll here. We're going to bring in the audio that we just edited. Let's zoom in as much as we can. This is going to allow us to move it around and just line it up as the closest that it should be. All right, if you notice you have the markings up here, basically will let you know how much you can move it. That's pretty close. As you can see, it was pretty straightforward, very easy. Now I just done a sample, and you should be able to. The quality may not be the same, so just keep that in mind. Just do sample test around. I'm just gonna use the audio sounds good. During the editing process, that's gonna fix that, and your audio is just gonna be messed up. So what we want to do is we want to turn off the audio from the camera that was recording, and you're good to go. I really hope that this video provided some value and may help some people that are starting their YouTube channel, or just overall want to go around and record some conversations for interviews. Let me know in the comment section below if you have any questions. Remember, I read every single comment. And if you have any requests for any future video, let me know. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to smash the like button if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you on the next one.